It is what it is. I'm here where I'm supposed to be, and we running it back for a reason. Come on now. They not gonna let their baby boy lose like that. They cash cow lose like that. They ain't gonna let them go out like that. So,
in a shocking twist, Lamont Roach Jr. lit up social media with a blunt warning. Tank might not show up to the August 16th rematch at all. No cryptic hints, no subtle jabs, just a direct message to fight fans. Don't be surprised if he pulls out. If that wasn't enough drama, add in a $250,000 unpaid bet, a flood of deleted tweets.
But it's like, bro, you and Tank, bro, like y'all come from like the same grounds, bro. Like he a champion, you a future champion. It's like, what's the conversation with him like at this point now in your career, knowing y'all both like y'all in it, bro, y'all doing it.
And a viral moment from their first clash that still has fans split down the middle. The now infamous knee Davis took in round 9. With no count issued, what started as a controversial draw might now be spiraling into a full-blown meltdown. And if Roach's suspicions are true, this rematch isn't just at risk. Tank's reputation could take a serious hit. So how did we get here? Let's rewind to the fight that lit the fuse. March 1st, Barclays Center. Two fighters, two very different narratives. One shocker of a result. Gervonta Davis came in as the heavy favorite, undefeated, explosive, and backed by a legacy of knockouts. Lamont Roach Jr., seen as the underdog, a guy moving up in weight, taking a gamble few thought would end in his favor. But from the opening bell, Roach wasn't playing the role of the victim. He stood his ground, landed clean shots, and pushed Tank in ways fans hadn't seen before. Then came round 9, the moment that flipped everything. Tank, stunned, took a knee.
No success here for Roach in round 7. And yet only landing him by 3 thus far. Davis ripping that right hand, and then Roach rips a left hook to the body. Good stuff here in round. And Davis.
Boom. He counterpunched Tank.
Took off some of the steam of the punch, but still.
No knockdown was ruled. No count was given. The referee? Silent. The crowd? Confused. And by the end of 12 rounds, the judges delivered a rare outcome in modern boxing. A majority draw. 114 to 114. 114 to 114. One lone judge gave it to Davis. 115 to 113. While Davis kept his WBA title and unbeaten record, the headlines belonged to Roach. The man who wasn't supposed to last past the 6th had nearly pulled off the unthinkable, and the backlash was immediate. Fans, analysts, and even fellow fighters demanded a rematch. Run it back became the chant, and soon it looked like they would. The rematch was scheduled, August 16th, Las Vegas. All signs pointed to a massive showdown, a clear-cut resolution to the controversial draw. But that was before Roach dropped a digital bombshell. In a post on X, he accused Davis of stalling, dragging his feet on finalizing the rematch contract. Not only that, Roach claimed Davis was playing the public, writing, "Lamau buddy known damn well in fink around, like that he gassing y'all up, just to justify why he ain't do his part of the deal yet. He really might pull out of the fight. Stay tuned." That post wasn't just spicy, it was calculated.
like a champ, like I'm supposed to. I've been in the gym, I've been ready. Time to ramp it up, kick it in gear, and get right to work.
Roach isn't just hyping a fight, he's planting doubt, letting fans know something feels off. And now everyone's asking, is Tank hesitating? Or worse, is he bailing? The silence from Davis's camp? Deafening. Here's where things get petty and expensive. Right before their March fight, during the final weigh-in, Davis was riding high on confidence. He turned to Roach and said, "I'm gonna stop you. Wanna bet?" Roach didn't flinch. $250K? Deal. Fast forward to fight night. Roach goes the distance. Davis doesn't get the stoppage. But when Roach followed up to collect, crickets. Roach took it public. Fans wanted answers. That's when Davis snapped back on social media. He's not going to get anything. Let him come and take it. That message? Quickly deleted. But the damage was done.
Now our conversations be more about like life, like personal shit, like just how I deal with things or how each other feel, shit like that. But because we both understand where we came from and
and other situations. Like, we real close, so it be them type of conversations. We don't really talk the boxing shit like that.
On a recent episode of the All the Smoke Fight podcast, Roach shared that Davis has since changed his phone number, dodging not just the bet, but the entire conversation. This wasn't just about money anymore. It became about character, honor, and who's really built for the spotlight. The gloves are still off, and so are the filters. What started as fight hype has now morphed into full-blown psychological warfare. Davis and Roach aren't just trading jabs, they're throwing bombs on social media. Threats, shade, and sarcasm have become daily routines. But here's the kicker. Roach's most damaging claims aren't about punches or power. They're about Davis's mindset. He's accused Tank of misleading fans, creating smoke and mirrors to hide the fact that he hasn't committed to the rematch.
I saw all I needed to see in that first fight. Trust me. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Obviously, I didn't do enough to win, so I'm gonna make sure we do more than enough to win.
Roach is planting the idea that Davis is scared, unfocused, and looking for an exit strategy without taking full blame. Fans are beginning to wonder, is Tank's silence strategic or suspicious? If the build-up to this rematch feels like a circus, the commentary from other fighters has only added fuel to the fire. Some of boxing's biggest names have stepped in with strong opinions, and they're anything but united. Let's start with Ryan Garcia, someone who knows Tank's power firsthand. After being dropped by Davis in a mega fight back in 2023, Garcia still backs his old rival. But even he admits that Tank got caught slipping in the first Roach fight. He thought Roach would fold. He didn't. Now, Tank needs to put it in another gear. Garcia's message is clear. The old mindset won't work in the rematch. If Davis wants to silence Roach, he's going to have to fight smarter, sharper, and meaner than before. But not everyone agrees. Shakur Stevenson, WBC lightweight champ, and someone with actual sparring history with Roach, had this to say. I sparred Lamont. I knew what he could do. Tank's style? It's not built for a guy like Roach. That's not just analysis. That's insider insight. Stevenson claims he saw this coming, that Roach's defense, timing, and awkward pressure are exactly the kind of puzzle Tank hasn't had to solve before. Then there's Terence "Bud" Crawford, a master technician and pound-for-pound great. He sees things differently. You're going to get a better Tank, but I think Roach already fought at his peak. To Crawford, Roach gave everything in that first fight, while Davis held back. If that's true, the rematch favors Tank, as long as he shows up mentally prepared. But the most emotional take came from Claressa Shields, Olympic gold medalist and one of the most respected voices in the sport. She didn't pull punches. I think Tank needs therapy. Roach will be better next time because Tank's angry, distracted, and it's showing. Shields pointed to signs that Tank's struggles aren't just inside the ring, they're emotional, personal, the kind of baggage that turns pressure into panic. And in high-stakes boxing, that's the silent killer. So with even boxing's elite divided, one thing's certain, no one knows how this ends. The rematch was supposed to happen in June. That was the plan. The narrative was building. Fans were hyped. But then, like everything in this saga, it changed. The bout was pushed back to August 16th, with no clear reason given. On the surface, it's a 2-month delay. But in boxing, delays mean something. Some insiders say it's just for more training time. Others whisper about contract issues. And then there's Roach, who refuses to stay quiet. He still ain't done his part of the deal. That quote, taken directly from Roach's ex-post, suggests something deeper. Not just a delay, but a possible escape route being built in plain sight. Davis hasn't officially signed off on the rematch, according to Roach. That's not just a red flag, it's sirens. And what's Davis saying? Nothing. In boxing, silence breeds suspicion, especially when it follows deleted tweets, dodged bets, and unanswered calls. The media wants answers. Fans want confirmation. But Tank? He's gone radio silent. So, what's happening behind the scenes? Contract disputes, strategic hesitation, or is the pressure simply too much to handle? No matter the reason, The delay has created doubt, and in a sport driven by hype and timing, doubt kills momentum. This rematch isn't just about a belt, it's about two careers at a critical crossroads. For Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the stakes couldn't be higher. One loss, especially to a guy many thought was out of his league, and the aura of invincibility fades. It's not just about going 30-0 anymore. It's about staying iconic. Tank has built his brand on power, pressure, and presence. But now, that presence is being questioned. If he backs out or loses, he doesn't just lose a fight. He risks losing respect, leverage, and legacy. And for Lamont Roach Jr., this is the moment every underdog dreams of. A chance to go from the guy who surprised Tank to the guy who beat him. He's not just fighting for a title, he's fighting for a permanent place in boxing history. The kind of win that rewrites resumes, changes paydays, and silences doubters. But here's the truth. Neither side can deny. Whoever walks away from this fight with an excuse walks away a loser. So here we are, two fighters, one date, and a growing storm of uncertainty. Will Tank Davis even show up? Or has Lamont Roach already won the mental war? What started as a rematch now feels like a high-stakes psychological thriller. The fans want answers. The sport wants clarity. And Roach? He just wants a fight. Let us know in the comments. Who do you believe? Is Tank still in control? Or is Roach calling out something the rest of us are too afraid to admit? Because if this fight falls apart, there's no hiding anymore. The clock's ticking, the gloves are off, and somebody's legacy is about to be rewritten, whether they step into the ring or not. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video to support the channel. Subscribe to Boxing is Here for the latest updates, fight breakdowns, and expert analysis. And turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Until next time, peace out.